looking at it while I'm conducting. How about I want to go back to pick up the 25.
We didn't make it that far.
We should have gotten it.
Yeah. At
Pick up
17.
to 17. Thank you. All right, 17.
Okay. I don't know that I would ever say to an ensemble, I don't need my score. Especially if I know 1000% that I don't need it. The mood in the room shifted right then. I don't know if you sensed it or not, but it did. Aaron and I was like, and then I saw all these faces looking at me like, I will address it, just let it go. I will address it. I just addressed it. There's a big difference between confidence, which is earned over time, and arrogance. Okay? So make sure that you never come across that way. And I don't really think you're arrogant, but that moment you came across that way. Does that make sense? And when you watch it on the recording, you'll feel the temperature kind of drop. So now we're over it, and that's fine. Okay? Addressed. Now, you're still breathing with your knees. Let's not do that. Have you been practicing up against a wall?
No.
Okay, do that. And practice up against a wall, record yourself while you're singing in into a mirror and you're singing what you see. And you'll feel yourself move and you'll see yourself move. This has no meaning, okay? Try to make everything in front of you, fingertips of the left hand and tip of the baton, and eyes. The beginning started really nice, okay? It was a really nice breath. It was a really nice beginning before we stopped. Your conducting needs to be more specific. This whole piece is conversational. Ta-da-dee-da-da-da-da, ta-dee-da-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-dee-ta-da-da-da-da. It goes back and forth. So, notebook. This is an undeniable truth. Exactly. Even Jaquan, I'm sorry, agrees. He has no idea what I'm going to say. Well, he probably does. Undeniable truth. Undeniable truth. The more specific your conducting is, the more specific the playing will ultimately become. And I say ultimately become because, like we're feeling right now, it takes a while for each person to develop their own rapport with the ensemble that they conduct. And that just has to do with that conductor's personality. That's all. Okay? So, the more specific the conducting is, the more specific the playing will ultimately become. A couple more things, and then I'm going to let them give you some comments. Oftentimes, when someone knows a score to a degree, but they don't know it really from memory, as far as a note perfect memory, I call that blanket conducting. There are two philosophies of conducting a concert. Notebook. Write this down. Both are equally valid. I'm not advocating for one or the other. Here's one approach. I guess you might call it a more professional approach. We'll call this the professional approach. Here it is. In the rehearsals, the conductor is very animated and very specific and just really communicative with individual parts. And then in the concert, the conductor simply gets out of the way and lets the ensemble play. Now, professional players really like that, even if sometimes they need more. The other way, more, well, I told you I wasn't going to advocate for one or the other. The other way is in rehearsals, the conductor interacts like we're discussing, like we discussed with the first. But in the concert, there are moments that the conductor is even more animated and even more inspirational. Well, that even more aesthetic. I guess I'm advocating for this one. I can't go away from it. Both are equally valid, and to be perfectly honest, both are equally good. It depends totally on the approach of that conductor and the atmosphere and the situation of that ensemble and the performance and where it is and who's conducting. For you right now, I think the second way is the way to go. And especially if you're going to be teaching in public schools, the second way is the way to go. Because you want your ensemble, regardless of how old they are, intellectually, age-wise actually, and musically, to reach their peak. Thank you, God. Thank you for the technology. To reach their peak at the performance, right? So with younger people, if you save something and try not to reach your peak too soon, if you save some of this really awesome aesthetic for the concert, then that concert might be a little bit of a higher level than the rehearsals. Can we turn that on?
I think that's whoever's on that is.
Can we turn it on?
It's
I like it, but it's annoying. It's annoying. Okay, comments, please.
Setting the mood.
I had a question about your comment just then.
Yes,
What
please.
you said, the two different styles didn't seem necessarily exclusive. Like they didn't seem exclusive from each other.
The exclusivity is the performance. The professional conductor, some, not all, not even most. Leonard Bernstein certainly wasn't like that. The professional conductor sometimes will just get out of the way and let the players play. And players tend to like that because they want to make sure that their musical contribution is desired and valid, and they're able to add that. The second is the conductor takes what they've been doing in the rehearsal to an all-time level of aesthetic and energy at the concert. So the opposite.
But, well, I don't think those are necessarily opposite. By adding expression, I don't think you're necessarily getting out of the way. Well, I don't think you have to get out of the way to be extra expressive in your conducting.
Are you saying to like allow expression or to be expressive? Because that's not what he's saying. I don't think.
Well, I mean, it might be that I'm just misunderstanding, but
No, I'm hearing what you're saying, and you're not incorrect.
okay.
You can be expressive. Less is more, Elizabeth Crane. You can be very expressive in a very subtle way. Yes, you're right. Yes, and Brady, you're right too, because you're looking at it in a slightly different way. In my mind, it is exclusively different because to me, the whole approach is different. Professional players sometimes don't like that. There were a lot of professional players that didn't like playing for Bernstein because they felt he got in the way. Professional players always loved playing for Boulez because he never got in the way. He never used a baton because he had an issue with his right hand, and he was so amazingly refined in his conducting, and he had the biggest ears of any human being. I don't mean physically. I mean he could hear everything. It was amazing to watch concerts with him conducting, and the ensemble it was usually Chicago Symphony because they loved him. Especially when Barenbaum was there, who was the opposite. He was just all over the place. You give us a downbeat, please. So they just watched the concertmaster. But they loved Barenbaum because he was so passionate. They loved Boulez because he was so scholarly and just huge ears. Okay? Other comments, please.
Don't say anything that you can show. The best way to say thank you to someone is to just smile.
I think I want more meaningful cues and movements with your left hand. You were doing a lot of this, and I didn't know what that meant. I don't know if you're meaning like push the phrase or keep, the air steady. I don't know what this meant. So I guess just along with your face too. I think if you add your face into it, I'll have more of an idea of what you're wanting from us, or from me, or the section, or whatever. Just I guess practice your left hand a bit more and your face.
And both of these comments really go together. And I mentioned the face too. That was probably the least expressive part of you because your hands were very expressive, your knees were expressive. But if you listen to what they're saying, if you live in the 3 time zones with your face and not have to say anything, then you inspire them to want to watch. The more words you use, the less they have to